We understand now, according to reports anyway, that Prince Harry not only wants King Charles to attend the opening of the Invictus Games in Birmingham next July, but also to open it. This would be sensational, and this would be reconciliation on a grand scale, because obviously worldwide this would be huge news. It would mark the official end of any rift, and there has been an extremely deep rift between the Sussexes, who've exploited their royal connections ruthlessly, Oprah, Harry and Meghan, the docu-series for Netflix, and also his memoir Spare. But also what we're looking at is a future where conceivably they might play some part, as yet unspecified, in royal life in the coming months. Obviously, they'd be based in California, and I don't subscribe. Nothing I've heard has boosted my belief in the rumours of a split in their marriage, quite the contrary. But on the other hand, they haven't done, as would befit A-listers, particularly well. Certainly not Meghan's cookery series. Harry's lost Sentibale, they lost Spotify, Netflix has downgraded them, so forth. So what you have is Birmingham being specifically chosen for this purpose. This is all part, of course, of the Sussexes' PR strategy. And for once, they have received good advice, or they've acted on it, because very clearly this puts King Charles in a quandary. When Invictus celebrated 10 years, Harry founded it in 2014, and it's an important military charity, as we all know. There was a service at St. Paul's. Members of the royal family were reportedly invited, but none attended. The rift was the reason, obviously. Now, in the case of Birmingham, the king, well, his duty does point to the fact that as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and given the importance of Invictus as a military charity, he should attend or be represented. It would be logical. And it's his son, after all, who's issuing the invitation. On the other hand, this is clearly part and parcel of a plan by the Sussexes to give them credibility that, frankly, they have fought very, very hard to get, but do not seem to have obtained in the United States. I mean, I don't think there's any possibility of King Charles visiting Montecito when he and Queen Camilla go on a state visit, as is reported, next April. But what we've also got is a feud most particularly between Harry and his brother Prince William, and they haven't reportedly spoken in some 3 years. So there will be pressures, or may well be pressures, on King Charles either to speak by video link, to be represented. It would be hard for him, I think, to ignore the event. Quite the contrary, my bet would be, if I had to bet, that an appearance would be important, since the Windsors prioritise duty over personal feelings. But equally, there's going to be outrage among the monarchy's most fervent supporters. They see this as the Sussexes having planned it, and the way they've behaved and done such harm, especially among young people where the royal family is not popular. All of this and the way they've handled it has not been forgotten and is positively scandalous. Also, the press will be waiting. The war between the British press and the Sussexes is positively the stuff of legend now. It's gone on for so long and has been so bitter. Harry will be going to court in a case very soon against Associated Newspapers. He wouldn't expect his father to see him whilst he's in Britain for that. That, I think, is taken as read. The other issue, of course, is security. Now, there'll be a review of Harry's and his family's security. He wants automatic police protection when he and his family come to Britain. The Sussexes knew when they stepped down as senior working royals that they'd lose it. But on the other hand, there are exceptional circumstances, and this can be provided for. Harry offered to pay. You can't do that with police protection. But he lost in court. Equally, from what we understand, he will receive it, and that will mean he can bring his family over, and indeed who comes when. There are reports now Meghan may come in the summer for a pre-Invictus visit. The problem with this is that, given her unpopularity in the polls, given also the standoff between, well, both of them, but her in particular, with royal supporters who believe the monarchy have had a shocking deal from the way the Sussexes have behaved. They've not been attacking it recently, but of course King Charles is battling cancer and the Princess of Wales is in remission. So the issues here will be hard fought. The Sussexes have played what we could call their trump card. How will the royal family respond?